What's up, guys? Back with another video. Hopefully you guys like the new setup, the new visuals. Hopefully it's crispier, looking better day by day. Got a new camera, like I said in the last video. Still tweaking the settings and all that, but so far so good, man. But we're gonna get right into this these topics I got for y'all today. Some newer than most, but let's get to it. The first one I want to speak on about this incident that happened in Charlotte, North Carolina on August 22nd. A guy was arrested, 34-year-old DeCarlos Jr. If I said that right, if not, whatever. He psycho anyway. He was arrested, like I said, on the 22nd for stabbing a 23-year-old Ukrainian woman, Irina. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her last name. They were on a bus and she was just getting off from work, sitting down, minding her business. There is video of it. Haven't seen the uncut version. Don't want to see it, but he was sitting behind her on the bus. She was just chilling, riding the bus home from work, and out of nowhere the dude just got up and, hit her. Not hit her, but, attacked her in the neck region multiple times. I don't know how many exactly. Like I said, I didn't see the whole video. And then you can see him walking off the bus or whatever, and you can see the knife in his hand or whatever, and then he just leaves. And luckily they caught him. He was arrested. So he was charged by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Charlotte, North Carolina. And also his charge makes him eligible for the death penalty, which I think is needed in this situation. I'm not sitting here co-signing anything. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And this was beyond wrong. This was insane. So she was a refugee from Ukraine. Before she even moved here to the States, she was living in a bomb shelter, and she managed to get out and get here and then find work and, trying to start a new life coming out of that situation. Because, over there is some things going on that's not too favorable for anybody. And it's, I don't have too much to say on that, but, it is a sad situation over there. But she comes here, she looks for some type of peace and a fresh start. And then you got somebody that's like, I don't know what's going through his mind, demented, evil, whatever you want to call it. It's just insane. And he just jumps up and does that out of nowhere. She didn't expect it. In the video, you can see that like she didn't realize what happened to her until after it happened. And yeah, it's very sad. She did pass away. And, yeah, man, all I want to say is condolences and rest in peace to her and prayers to her and her family, because that whole situation was just wild. And I don't understand, my personal opinion, I don't understand why people react that way or choose to attack people, whether it's from hate, some type of beliefs, some religion or whatever. And they go out there and just try to harm somebody else just because you feel this way and they feel that way, and you don't agree how they think, and now you want to do something about it or do something to them because of it. This country is built on situations like that. Scratch that. This whole planet is built on situations like that. And I'll never understand why. I'm in a group where people just, exist and want to do the best that they can and not really necessarily hate nobody or worry about what other people have going on in their lives. That's not what I'm about. Without being heartless, I don't care what other people doing because I'm too busy focused on me and people around me. So I just don't get it, man. It's very, very sick. And like I said, I don't know what else to say. Like this, it's been in the news, but a lot of people are not really talking about it. But then the people that are talking about it, you see they painting the narrative, or let me take that back. Not painting the narrative. The comments are, but you can't get lost in the sauce in the comments because that's the most toxic place in the world. But some people are talking about it, which is good to spread awareness and, things like that. Also, for you to watch your back, pay attention to your surroundings. I'm not saying that she wasn't, because who's expecting that anyway? But in a world like this that we live in, no matter where you are in the world, something can go down. So you should always be on your P's and Q's as far as, watching for harm or people that might be watching you to steal from you or anything can happen. So this is just one of them situations. It's chaotic and unfortunate, and hopefully her family can find some type of peace. And a young life lost for absolutely no reason. And I'm gonna tell you like this, they gonna fry him. He gonna get fried. Trust and believe that. And he well deserved, because I'm all about an eye for an eye. Because if I'm not out here doing nothing to anybody and somebody do something to me, then whatever happens to you. I have no sympathy, because I'm out here living my life and not bothering nobody else. So I would expect, you should expect what's coming to you. You call it karma or whatever. I'm speaking about this guy that did this thing to this young lady. So, but yeah, other than that, man, it's more like the White House even spoke on it. So it's sad. So look into it. I'll be back to it maybe, but I mean, I don't want to, keep bringing that up, but it's very sad. But we'll go to the next topic, man. Be right back. So next topic. Look, man, this is more of a lighter topic, which is needed in this world. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, it's light. Druski, man. If you know him, you know him. You know what he's about. You know how he get down. Wild guy, internet sensation. Ended up making his own reality type show, looking for love, and the Could Have Been Records things. Like he started from the internet and just blew up. Now I'm not gonna say overnight. I don't know how long he's been on the internet or whatever, but he's been there for a while. Funny dude. And recently he came out with a skit where he was painted in whiteface, more than his face, his whole body pretty much, where he was portraying like a Southern guy going to NASCAR, and they were doing like not your stereotypical country redneck guy type of thing. And it was funny to me. It was funny. Some of the stuff, it was like but for the majority, it was a good skit, because he's done this before. You know what I'm saying? And it got so viral, it ended up making the news. Like a reel makes the news where this guy did this, blah blah blah. And yeah, so once again, like my first topic, in the comments, it got divided, and everybody was, a group of people saying, well, what if I do the blackface? Or, this, that, and the third. But the thing is, in my opinion, excuse me, my opinion is like, you had Robert Downey Jr. in Tropical Thunder do the blackface, and that shit was funny. It was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, he's done it. And I mean, nobody tripped about it. It wasn't nothing like where he was disrespecting, black people, nothing like that. He was just portraying like a black character. And it was, like I said, it was funny as hell to me. I don't know, like one person that saw that movie and liked the movie didn't think that part was funny. But, you got other comedians that's done that in the past, as far as like dress up like a white character. You got Dave Chappelle did it. I think Eddie Murphy did it. Who else? It's a few people who's done it, tastefully, and just portrayed a different character, and in the past you have other the white people portray black face, like, and it's just more so like, I'm trying to stick to the subject without going too far in one direction. But yeah, he just made a skit. Some people, I seen some NASCAR fans, black, white, whatever, they liked it. And then like the funny part about it is he made a skit like that, and it was a guy in Virginia that looks exactly like the character Druski was portraying. And the guy went viral. He got famous. His TikTok blew up. I'm talking like he got over 10 million followers now. just off this skit. That's how viral it went. But I was talking to a friend of mine. We was saying like what would be really funny if Druski, you know what I'm saying, like teamed up, because the guy made a TikTok video inviting Druski out to where he lives because he drives in a demolition derby. He was like, man, I can get you a car possibly. You can come out. We can dress up like if they dressed up like brothers and was out there doing the, you know, the whole NASCAR or the demolition derby thing and shoot a part 2 to a skit. Man, it'll be like, it'll come full circle. And, you know, a lot of people that didn't like it, maybe it'll show people like, hey, this guy that's actually a white guy looks exactly who he was portraying, and he's fine with it. He's cool with it. And they both came together and did a skit, shook hands like man, and kept it moving, or did whatever they had to do. So I would like to see that. I don't know if Druski will, but I think it's a good move if he did do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of people were mad. A lot of people were happy or laughing at it. I was laughing at it, and it just is what it is, man. I mean, I'm not saying he a stand-up comic, but he does make funny material, and this is just one of those things where he, you know, make funny material. And like I said, my friend, he was telling me too, Druski's done more than like one race of skits. He's done like black women, the nurses, you know, the Mexican guys working at the construction. And then he does the, you know, the this one that I'm talking about, the NASCAR country guy. So it's not like he just hitting one lane. He's on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's safe basically. So you got to look at it like that, man. I get if he kept hitting the same thing over and over and over. You can be like, all right, now you beating a dead horse kind of, but he not doing that. So shout out to him, you know, much success and respect to him. And hopefully the guy, I forgot his name, the real guy that he looks exactly like, shout out to him. Hopefully they get together and get to do some good content together. He definitely gave him a bag, aka a big check from, you know, internet fame just from the video, because like I say, he got 10 million followers in like less than a week. I mean, so yeah, blessings to him and all the way around, everybody winning. So, and I'll say this on top of that, life is too short to be complaining about everything. You know, like sometimes you just gotta let stuff go. It's not hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is, man. I mean, it's the worst stuff out here in the world to be worried about versus this, you know. And just let them people do what they do. And if you don't like it, change the channel. That's all you can do at the end of the day. You know, complain till you run out of breath, but it's not going to change anything. If anything, it's just going to put more money in that person's pocket. If you complain about it, you're putting more light on the situation that you really don't like. But hey, if that's what you want to do, you know, do it, because that's how the internet works, man. You can't stop it. You can't win against the internet. So let the internet, you know. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. We'll get to the last topic. Be right back. All right, people, last topic and some more sad news. This happened probably about a month ago. I knew about it. And, you know, the guy he passed away, 52-year-old Reggie Carroll from Baltimore, was a comedian and a friend of one of my favorite comics, two of my favorite comics. One, Corey Holcomb, who spoke very highly of him and was a great friend to him. And he was on the road and did work with Cat Williams. So, you know, him and another guy, Trinell Marquise, 38 years old. They were in Mississippi and had a house down there where for Cat Williams merchandise, they would run. That was the merchandise house. I guess they sold like shirts and stuff like that. I don't know exactly, but that's what the house was for. And those two guys ran the house. So, you know, from what I hear, like from Corey, you know, he's a funny guy. He's about his business. He don't play around. And, you know, everybody respected him, you know, and I've seen him a few times, like not in person, but like on TV or maybe on Corey Holcomb show, like briefly I remember. But yeah, so he passed away. And the crazy part about it is the guy that killed him is the guy that ran the merch store with him, Trinell Marquise. And the way he passed is crazy because he was shot 5 times with a shotgun in that house. Now you got to put that into perspective. I don't know if you know a lot about firearms, you know, but a 12 gauge shotgun is something serious. It's nothing to play with, you know. And to hit somebody 5 times in a home with a shotgun is like, it's like overdoing it, and that's like a crime of passion type of deal. You know, one is enough from a shotgun, one, but to do it 4 more times after that is insane. And they said that they also said that the body was moved from the place where he passed on. They moved it to a different area in the house. He did, or I don't know who all was there. So that didn't seem, it seemed a little fishy to me that you would do that. My bad about the camera. It seemed a little fishy that he would do that. But, you know, like Corey is calling foul play on it. And he's not really saying exactly how he feels or exactly what he knows or don't know. But he's just hinting to the fact like that don't add up. Like, why would this and that connect like that? It's not supposed to connect like that. So I call bullshit, basically what he's saying. But yeah, to get hit 5 times with a shotgun is insane. And RIP to him. And I heard that he has kids, and I know probably by the time of this video he's back in his body's back in Baltimore, because they had to wait to get, you know, him sent back home or whatever so he can get buried in the proper way and all his family and loved ones can see him. But yeah, it's just that was crazy, man. And you know, Cat Williams, he didn't come out and speak on it. He hasn't said anything yet, as far as I know. To be honest, he doesn't have to. You know, maybe he's speaking directly to the family, because Cat Williams is really not that type of person to post a lot on social media or air his business out, you know, like that. So, you know, I think Cat Williams is being Cat Williams, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's just wild. You know, I think he's still on tour right now, or it ended recently. But when this happened, he was still on tour. He wasn't there. He wasn't in the area. He has nothing to do with the incident. They don't name him as any suspect or nothing like that. He was just associated with Cat Williams and happened to run the merchandise house with the other guy for Cat Williams. So we don't know the ins and outs or why that happened. But hopefully we'll find out sooner than later, so his family can get some kind of closure, man. Because yeah, you know, like in the first topic, 23 is very, very young, and then we got 52. That's, I mean, it's not young, but it's still young enough to live and love life and have a lot of life left, you know. So, and there's nobody, like, the moral of both of those things, like, it's messed up that somebody can think that they have the right to take your life no matter what. I don't care if you for no reason or for a reason that you might be scared of this person because they might be able to fight better than you. You know, either one, it doesn't make sense. But yes, that's all I got, man, for today. And I hate for it to end like that, but yes, I'll be back with some more upbeat stuff. Definitely gonna do some more reactions, and still got more upgrades to come sooner than later, hopefully, you know, new lens and things like that. But tell me what y'all think. Does it look good? Did it sound better? You know what I mean? Let me know. And we'll be back sooner than later. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Peace.